Hello, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to be talking about the man that ruined contract negotiations forever, Deshaun Watson. Now, obviously, I don't really want to get into the off-the-field antics, if you can even call them that, in off-the-field situation, I guess would be a better term. Yeah, obviously, there's some things that happened there, but he was able to get a fully guaranteed contract, and obviously he's a darn good football player, really good on the field when he was in Houston. Now he's had a year or two off, right? And he's back in the league, and he came back and he was not very good. Not very good, I think, is an understatement to my Browns fans out there, but it's just he completely changed everything because he got a guaranteed contract and didn't perform, right? And now there's guys like Lamar Jackson that do perform, that can't get a fully guaranteed contract. When, Joe Burrow comes up and the other guys in that class, Tua, is he able to get a fully guaranteed contract with his health history? Probably not. Justin Herbert, should he get a fully guaranteed contract? Probably. Will he? We don't know, right? It was a foregone conclusion that we were going to get to the point where all these guys would get fully guaranteed deals. But, now what does that even mean, fully guaranteed? A lot of these things get changed. It's, hey, it's full. This money is guaranteed if you're on the roster next year. Okay, we're just going to cut you as soon as we're done with the season, right? And it does beg the question that Von Miller was kind of talking about in one of his interviews regarding Lamar and the whole situation was, how serious are all of these teams? Like, do they all want to win? I mean, if you look at a team like the Falcons or a team like the Titans, like we talked about already, or some of these other teams, how are you not even offering Lamar Jackson, right? I mean, if you're a team with these draft capital, obviously maybe you don't want to take your pick now. If you offer it after the draft, and be like, hey, we want Lamar, we're going to take him now, that, we think our pick next year should be better. Because if you're the Colts, you don't want to give up pick 4, right? If you're the Titans, pick 11 is a bit easier. But if you're the Lions or you're the Seahawks, would you give up pick 20? Probably. Would you go pick 18? Probably. Do the Lions need him? No. Do the Seahawks really even need Lamar? No. Right? So it's the idea of the 2 first-round picks. If that's somehow negotiable, or like if the Lions, hypothetically, I'm not saying to do this because I disagree with it. If the Lions were able to trade Jared Goff and pick 18, would that be enough for them to be like, okay, fine? Or is it a non-negotiable 2 first-round picks? Okay? So that whole situation is going to be interesting, right? And if you're another guys like the running backs, right? They want guaranteed money. Are they going to get it? No, because they're undervalued position. And we're going to hit a threshold here where I think some of these running backs might just start sitting out. Obviously, Le'Veon Bell did it. It didn't work out very well. But, there's really good players like Austin Eckler. How is he not getting a contract extension? I know you don't pay running backs, but he's like a generational type guy. He can play receiver if he needs to, and he's always the best fantasy guy out there, and he's a touchdown machine. Derrick Henry, he's probably going to fetch like a 4th round, 3rd round pick. Just the whole idea of, being able to get a fully guaranteed contract is now ruined because of the whole Deshaun Watson situation. And I think that going forward, these agents are going to have to go crazy and get their guys some deals. And if you're a guy like Lamar, and no disrespect to Mrs. Jackson, but if you're Lamar's mom, no way you can negotiate the way some of these other guys are able to get a fully guaranteed deal. Maybe you get lucky and you get a fully guaranteed deal, but it's not even close to the amount of money you wanted. You kind of got to live with it. I personally am under the belief that, if I was in his situation, obviously guaranteed money is great, but if you can get guaranteed money with like reasonable, maybe reasonable stipulations or reasonable things to hit, then you can really keep going. And, kind of moving on to the NBA a little bit, you look at a guy like Kyrie Irving, guy like Ben Simmons, right? These new guys are just kind of opting out, not playing a lot of off-the-field stuff. That is going to change fully guaranteed deals too, because the NBA has never blinked at a fully guaranteed deal. But if you're the Mavericks or if you're a team trying to sign Kyrie Irving, I would imagine you're going to put a few stipulations in his contract, right? So you look at some of the upcoming free agents, or a guy like Kawhi who just kind of got hurt and disappeared. Is there going to be a curve on some of this money? Because like even guys like Kevin Durant, hey, I opt out, I want to trade. you're as a franchise put in such a hard position when these guys publicly go out and say that. Would you think that there maybe is a stipulation in the contract where it's like, hey, if you come out and you force a trade or you get traded, you have to give back half the money? Are they going to sign that? No, but it puts these owners and these teams in such a bad situation. Do they deserve to be in a situation? Is it a players' first league? Of course, right? Without the players, the owners wouldn't even be in this position to be making this amount of money. But I just think it's very interesting that guys like Kyrie Irving and Deshaun Watson have totally changed the way that the contracts should be going forward. And we've kind of already seen it in the NFL. A lot of these guys aren't getting signed. It's like, hey, is it really worth it? I don't know. Odell Beckham Jr. is another guy, right? He's probably should be signed by now. Is he going to get a fully guaranteed deal? No, he's coming off that knee injury. Of course not. But it's just interesting to see what's going on, because another guy, Aaron Rodgers, right? He's like, hey, I want to get a trade. I'm going to go into a dark cave. I'm going to do ayahuasca. I'm going to do this, do that. You don't know where I am. I'm just going to disappear. Nope, I'm in. Nope, I'm out. Like, if you're the Packers, I'm a Lions fan, disclaimer, so I love the situation. But the Packers are sitting there, and they got a $60 million in cap money held up. Could they trade him? Could they keep him? Who knows? He's in a bad spot. The new team he's trying to go to, the Jets, are put in a totally bad spot too. And it's almost like, at what point do the Jets just say, blanket, we don't want you. We want Lamar instead. That'd be a pretty good idea. If I'm you, I would take Lamar over Aaron Rodgers right now, but that's just me. But it's just these new players are screwing it up for everyone else, and they're all their other guys that they're just totally messing up the whole idea of guaranteed deals. And I just think that, we haven't really seen it in hockey. Obviously, the money's not as big, but and same with soccer. I'm trying to think of these other sports, right? Baseball, fully guaranteed deals are kind of a thing. Correa's ankle kind of flipped that all up. But, look at baseball. Edwin Diaz is out for the season, out for the Mets season, playing in the World Baseball Classic, right? Altuve broke his hand. He's out for 2 months for the Astros, not even playing for the Astros, right? And I just think that hopefully it doesn't lessen teams playing in these games, but you look at a guy like Aaron Judge, and it's almost like, obviously it's funny and it's easy to make the joke that he's anti-American because he's not playing for the U.S. team, and he would have helped, us probably win the thing. But he's like, hey, I got so much money, generational money, that I want to make sure I get. I got it from the Yankees. I put him through hell. Obviously, he almost didn't go to the Yankees, clearly. But he's like, hey, I have a duty to this organization to, earn my money and not get hurt when I'm not playing for the team. And, obviously I would assume that there could be some workarounds or some discussions on letting him play. But I just think that it's almost, good for him. If I'm a Yankees fan, I'm like, I love this guy. We paid him so much money, and he understands what it means to play for this team and this organization, la-di-da-di-da. So, it's a little bit more of a rambling video. So sorry for, kind of the free-forming video. But I just wanted to turn on the camera and just kind of talk about the contracts and how, Deshaun Watson, Kyrie Irving, these guys kind of ruin contracts for everyone else. And I just think it's going to be interesting to see moving forward with the NBA especially, because how crazy their free agency usually gets, and the rest of NFL free agency, how some of these deals are worked. And if there's some clauses put in there that, kind of hold things up, which I assume is what's happening with Lamar, some clauses going in it. Does he deserve it? Probably not. But, unfortunately, it's just the business that they're all in, and it's a damn good business, and I think we all wish we could be in it, and we being the guys watching this video. So thank you for watching. I'll get some more videos out coming up soon. Appreciate all the support. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you. Peace.